My name is Jacob Lee. Twerk ozen snow and twerk bazan Azerbaijan chin. Halt so Asia just like the Asian alle. Kodon and then shle. Lochin the Asia and Kare Teko Hassan. Shagan so. Sachone Bill. Darian Ness. And I just said, hello, my name is Jacob Lee. I am Saltwater Clan, that's my mother's clan, and my father's clan's two people came to the River Clan. And my grandparents are Meadow People Clan, and my paternal grandparents are Mountain Cold People Clan. And that's how I came to be. I'm from Raymond, New Mexico. And Eastern New Mexico University really does mean, you know, a family. To me, it means growing up. It means being around people who demand excellence of themselves. So naturally, those standards kind of come to you, and it really pushes you. And I hope people understand that from the mural, the facial expression really is supposed to be determination and persevering through difficult times. The process to execute this mural took a lot of planning. It took a lot of, the idea was wonderful, but behind every great idea is you working your tail off. And it's great that people see the outcome of this, but it really does take a lot of planning. And the wonderful thing about doing something, you know, ambitious is when you get there, it changes. And that was the biggest challenge of this piece. Was I planned all I could, but I was 8 hours away, and I just was trying to go off of memory, and everything had to fit to scale. So when I got here, you might as well drop me off in front of Everest, because I didn't know how me and my spouse Darian, we were going to do this wall. And she was a big help. She's been the foundation to get this done, and we just got here. It took us about 6 days. The first night we were here, we tried our best to rescale and redraft everything in one night. And then the next day we just decided just to go and try to be ambitious and take on the whole wall. And I made a remark that I said I almost felt like a medicine man for a while, because I was getting scared. I needed help, but I showed up every day, and it, you know, closer to the 4th day, on that 3rd night, community members, students, art students, faculty, staff, children, everyone came, and it was almost like a birthday party or a picnic or a family reunion. People I didn't know, but they heard about it and they wanted to come and help. And they really came out and blessed the wall. And then it just became not only my wall and our idea between the university and I, but it came between the university, I, and the community.
We love the art community. Being a part of it's fantastic. And getting to work on this mural for the school is pretty nice.
Today's my first day working on this, and yeah, even though I wasn't part of the whole process, I'm still glad to be able to do something.
It was fun working with Jacob because he's so inspirational and he makes it very fun.
It was great. It was an amazing experience. Yeah. We're just working with Jacob the whole time, making sure his vision came to life the way he wanted it. And he gave us he let us contribute by adding our own special touch to the mural. So it was just an amazing opportunity all around.
The students and the staff, working with them, they really inspired me to push. And some mornings were very hard to get up again, because you're out here in the sun, you know, roasting and. Hey, love you, brother. Hajo, Hagona, God bless, brother. Yeah, so yeah, it's been amazing, brother. Just getting that kind of love and just having people, you know, I never met before, just really excited, and I feel like that's exactly what this mural is and what I try to be as long as I'm here in this world. The Creator gives me this time just to be that blessing in people's lives. So in Native American, the originals, you know, I like to say the culture of Native American people, the East is very important to us. The East means life. It means Creator spoke words into existence at this time. We were gifted many gifts during this time. And I'm very fortunate that the wall faces east and it has a corner going straight to west. And the whole mural itself represents how we as individuals have the beginning of life, and we have desert flowers into the scene, or there's yucca plants, prickly pear flowers, there's roses, and the whole mural is bloom where you're planted. And this wall may seem like it's gigantic in person, but in life, you know, when we really look at it, it's a very short span. And I wanted to show how we can make the most impact with how little or short our lives are in this world. How are we going to make ourselves better, and how can we demand more of ourselves and to be that healing with other people. So that's what I wanted to reflect in this mural. And you see this, the step ladder type designs around the mural. Those represents the sky and the rain, you know, and all those types of things that we need, the sustenance of life to help it sustain it. And then you see the stars and the Greyhound's tail. That means that we're always moving towards the future. I think Eastern in general, we have high caliber individuals who always want to keep pushing themselves, and how can we introduce wonderful things to make things more efficient. And then of course the Zias, gotta love them. The water tower, I remember, you know, I use it as a landmark, and I feel like a lot of people in town, when they especially first get here, they use it as a landmark also to find the university. And water is life. And you can see right there in the mammoth, in our culture, we believe that our stories go back to even before that time. And when you think of a mammoth, you think of things that are beautiful, magnificent, large. And I felt like that represents the most wonderful things, because sometimes we're going to have massive heartbreak in life. We're going to have big problems, and sometimes they may seem monumental. But that was the other thing I wanted to share, was no matter how big our problems may seem as individuals, you know, we're gonna be able to overcome it together through community, through love, through, you know, talking to ourselves in the right way, in a healthy way. And then of course the Greyhound, I want it to look very motivated. I want it to look like it was on its last 100th lap, you know, and it has to push and dig deeper. And that's why the Greyhound has, you know, this look of perseverance on it. And then, you know, towards the end you'll see stars, and that goes into the night, and that's the closing of time and day and night and life, you know. And the two arrows kind of close it together, the black chevrons. Those are arrowheads, and those arrowheads are prayer, and they just symbolize how we need that prayer in life, we need that protection in life, and that's what those symbolize. And then the edges, you know, we're not too far away from Bosco Redondo, so I wanted to take kind of like a nice pattern of Native American designs towards the edges, so it's always open. Because in life, I believe we gotta, when we're growing and evolving, sometimes we gotta take out things that we don't need and put things that we do need. And it's a constant move and fluctuation, and we have to have flow, you know, just the same way we need air that comes in and out. I feel like it's the same way with this art piece. So that's a little bit about the mural, and I hope that when people come here, it's healing, and people can feel that love and that joy in this place. And I just hope that people come here for years enjoying in a place where they can feel accomplished. That's answering the call.